League One predictions, playoff, semi-final, second leg. Wycombe vs Fleetwood. Oxford United vs Portsmouth.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions for the second leg of the League One playoffs. Oh, I'm still recovering from that Oxford one. It's been a while since I watched Oxford, and as I said, I've forgotten how nervous I get watching Oxford matches. But one of the legs is evenly poised, obviously Oxford-Portsmouth, and there was one game which was an absolute blowout, and we'll get to that. As always, we will put timestamps down in the description. If you just want to watch us talk about one of the games, you can also use the chapters feature on the video itself. But without wasting any more time, Tom, let's jump into the first match.
Wycombe Wanderers hosting Fleetwood Town.
So, as I mentioned, one of the games was a blowout, and it was this match. No one would have predicted this. I think even the most hardened Wycombe fans would not have seen their side going up to Fleetwood and winning 4-1. So massive congratulations to them. It was a fantastic result. There was a Wycombe fan I was speaking with in the comments. Yes, I do comment sometimes on the video I did about Oxford, which you can see up in there. And he was saying we won 4-1, but he doesn't even think they played that well. So that shows me that they are a Premier League outfit masquerading in League One.
Let's talk about an earlier quote from Ian Allen saying you'll never meet Fleetwood Town on an off day.
You will never meet them on an off day. I'd like to retract that statement, and if you could go back and strike it from the records, I'd be appreciated.
I'll be honest, Ian, if we could just strike the entire of our previous videos talk about Wycombe versus Fleetwood, because God. You know, I'm going to do this early. I don't normally do this. We do this at the end. But Mick Harrison, Nicholas Clark-Williams, Dylan TV, Christopher Hudson, The Hacking Tiger, Levy BKR, Jesse Hairdo, Alfie Joe TV, all you people, Adventure of the Boys, who's been very fair by not hating us for our hatred of Wycombe. Congratulations on winning. We apologise. We were wrong. What was their goalkeeper doing?
To our Buckinghamshire boys.
Indeed. A tip of the cap, a wave of the hand.
Can I just say something? Hacking Tiger, that is an amazing name. Is that like a tiger with a really bad cough?
I probably should check that out for you and give you some feedback on that, Ian.
Please, ask him.
But yeah, the goalkeeper is absolutely abysmal in this. My favourite error he made was the one where he comes to punch the ball at the near post and kind of punches it into his chest and then throws it in the goal with his left hand somehow.
That's from the corner, isn't it? That's the one from it's direct from the corner. And I know we highlighted Jacobson as being Wycombe's key man, but I don't think he was going for goal at that one. Does he save a penalty as well in the game? Yeah, it's going to be the weirdest game of his life, because the first goal was a great strike, but he's got a hand on it and he should have kept it out. Then Fleetwood get a really soft penalty and get it to 1-1. Yeah. Then there's the corner which he throws into his own net. Then there's it's like the most instant packed first half ever. Then there was the really heinous red card tackle. That was a shocker. The guy that got sent off.
Oh my God!
He's got him round the
knee. Challenge! It's awful, and it's studs. It's just it looks like he's a butcher going in to take half a leg.
Yeah. And then obviously Cairns saves the penalty from Jacobson, but then Wheeler makes it 3-1. And this is another one. This is awful goalkeeping. Again, it's such a weak shot, and he's almost just pushed it into the bottom corner. And I'll save the last one for you to talk about in the second half.
Oh, Ian, you're talking about the goal where he jumps to catch it and decides not to do that and just literally gives it to the other team, and they just have to volley it in the goal. That's the one where it's a little bit acrobatic on the part of the striker. But what in God's name is the goalkeeper doing?
I think I heard him shouting to the defence, don't worry, lads, I've had a bad game, but I've got this.
I can't possibly get this wrong.
I mean, this tie you would say is effectively over. I mean, it is unfortunate for Fleetwood Town fans. I know we're not massive fans of Barton or anything like that, but it is a shame for those fans that have been looking forward to this one and for their side to really throw it away. It's not as if Wycombe beat them by being that much better. Fleetwood just completely threw this game away. But well done to Wycombe. They've got they're basically at Wembley now. and we'll have a final to look forward to. Or do they? Do you think Fleetwood have got any chance of coming back in this one?
Well, I mean, I was wrong in all the League Two playoffs where I didn't think the other side would come back, and they did. But a 3-goal difference, and Wycombe are at home. And I know we talked about fans, no fans, etc. But Wycombe have been very good at home. This is where they've maintained any semblance of a league position. And it doesn't matter. I think Fleetwood have to play such open football that Wycombe are going to win this leg 2-1 as well.
Yeah, Fleetwood have to get an early goal in this one, you would think. In the League Two playoffs, both the sides that were trailing got early goals, and it rattled the other side a little bit. So they'll need to get an early goal just to put some doubt in Wycombe's mind. Yeah. But it's too big of a mountain to climb. It's too big of a mountain to climb without Wycombe scoring more goals, you would think. We were just one thing on Wycombe. You'd have thought Akinfenwa would have started, but he didn't. Ainsworth went with Samuel up front, and it worked really well. I thought Wheeler also as well probably was their star player. I thought he had an excellent game. I think this one's just going to peter out to a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1. I think it's going to be Fleetwood will take the lead, Wycombe will equalise, and then sort of midway through the second half, Fleetwood will just kind of give up.
It's now time for the main event. Oxford United hosting Portsmouth Football Club.
Thomas, why did I ever predict Oxford to win this game by 3-0 in the first leg? That seemed
there are questions all round about that.
There was a lot of people calling me foolish for that. As I said in my Oxford video, which you can see in the top corner there. As soon as I saw Portsmouth play and dominate the first 25 minutes, I was like, oh yeah, they're actually a good side, aren't they? Yeah.
I was surprised at how little Oxford offered in the first 25 minutes, and the fact that I really thought Oxford would come in with a little less pressure on their shoulders, but they almost came in and it was like the weight of the world was weighing them down. They couldn't complete 3 passes without giving the ball away. Yeah,
I think so. I think Portsmouth are just they're a good side, and they put Oxford on the back foot. They're a powerful side as well. And you could tell every time Oxford got the ball, Portsmouth were nipping in and making fouls. And I think they must have committed 5 or 6 fouls really early on Oxford, just to knock them out of any rhythm they were trying to get into.
Yeah.
And they really dominated that first 25 minutes, really, or probably right up to when they scored. And Oxford, all they could do was just sit in the game and hope they didn't concede. And I was just thinking, in my mind, this is not good. And I just hope that somehow they find some fluency. Luckily they did, and they got better, but it took them going a goal down.
I think if anyone really wants to know about Oxford's performance in this, obviously go into the cards. We've tagged Ian. He's done a really good review of it. Talking about Portsmouth, they came out I think I had a 1-1 prediction for this one, and they kind of came out the way you would expect. That they wanted to win the match, and they played very positively, but Oxford scored more goals than them, and that to me, and obviously I haven't watched the whole match, I've only seen a lot of the highlights, but that started to show as the match went on. Oxford got into a bit more fluency, and they still look like they can score. I still feel like they've got goals in them for this tie. What do you think, Ian?
I just think that both sides just seem very evenly matched. They don't play similar styles of football. It's just they just seem to cancel each other out quite well. So even if it's a high-scoring game, you can't see one side running away with it. I was a little bit surprised that Pompey didn't play Marquis up front, though, aren't you?
That is shocking not to play your
Harrison's a huge guy, and he has done well for them this season. But you'd have thought they'd have gone with their sort of main striker. It's
weird that both Wycombe and Portsmouth both didn't go with their kind of top goal scorer. It's an interesting decision to make. Obviously, Akinfenwa was only top by 1 goal, but he's still top.
I think Akinfenwa was an age thing though as well, because he's not always a 90-minute player.
I mean, do you think that hurt them in this match in any way or not?
I think he would have done better. I don't think Harrison offered a lot. I think that they used him because they wanted to go very direct, not long ball, but just get the ball up to him and then play off him. And I don't necessarily think that worked that well, but they did win a lot of second balls in the first half, particularly. So I mean, I personally would have started Marquis, but what do I? Who am I, Tom, to question?
You're Ian Allett, the legend that is.
But who am I to question the jacket?
The jacket. He's done a good job. He's done a really good job.
I'll tell you who is a good. I'll tell you what. Ronan Curtis is a great player. Every time he got the ball, he looked like something was going to happen. He really did. And I know they wax lyrical a lot about Brown for Oxford, and he is a guy that seems to score important goals for us, and I do hope we sign him. But Curtis was exactly the same for Pompey.
I think irrespective of where Pompey are next year, Curtis will not be in League One.
I would say so, yeah. You'd say you'd have a hard time keeping him. But you know what? Maybe Pompey, maybe he enjoys it there. I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway.
The huge pay rise might slightly sway him to move to a different city. Well, unfortunately, my bias is showing through here, and I can't make a prediction that isn't Oxford. So 2-1 to the Yellows. It's going to be close, and I think both sides can score.
Love it, Thomas. I absolutely love it. Well, all we've talked about is that these sides are very evenly matched. It is very close to call. Both sides are very good. There's going to be no crowd impact in the game or anything like that. So it's just going to come down to two good sides playing a game of football in a three-sided car park.
Can we call it the Octagon from now on?
It's not that good. That makes it sound good. You can't sort of that. And Thomas, and as we know, the name of our channel is Johnny Talks Bundes. No, it is very biased opinions, and therefore I think Oxford are going to win this tight and narrow game 5-0.
Right, well, that's it. Those are our predictions. If any of you have, a mild level of hearing, you probably heard Ian's last statement about the end of that match, and I would strongly advise you send some hatred to our page about Ian's insanity, because he's clearly on diazepam or something else that's relaxing him, relieving the anxiety, and making him dream crazy dreams. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the comments on this video. Honestly, League One is where it's at. We love this league. It's probably our favorite, especially because Ian's got Oxford in it. And please just keep commenting, liking, subscribing, and doing what you do. We will see you at the final.
I was so nervous before that game, I pissed my pants.
Did you actually?
Yes.